I decided I wanted to go to law school essentially when I was 16. I was on the third floor of the Lawrence County Courthouse. We were sitting 2 rows behind the defendant's table. It was my grandmother and my 2 brothers and I. Our mother was standing in front of us in a dingy orange jumpsuit, and she was there because she agreed to plead guilty to 48 counts of prescription forgery. As she was being sentenced, the judge, I would catch him looking past her and at us, and as I was sitting there, I realized that the judge had power. The law gave him power. He wasn't there just to punish my mother. He wanted to help us, if he could. Instead of giving her 20 years, he only made her serve 3. And that really stuck with me, yes, she needed to be punished for breaking the law, but he also understood that there were, 3 kids that needed a mom. And I guess it was that moment that made me realize, the law could be used as a tool not only to make my life better for my family and my future, it was a way that I could help others throughout the rest of my life. And then a month after my mother was released from prison, my grandma was killed by a DUI truck driver. My family ultimately hired an attorney out of Atlanta, and they were awesome. They, took good care of my family, treated us with the utmost respect and compassion, through our hard time. And it really inspired me and made me, want to do the same for people throughout my career. And that's really when I decided I wanted to go to law school.
The people who work in this law school, all 125 of them, do so because they care about students. Every one of the 600 students in this building has a story within them, where they're from, what they've overcome, what their ambitions are. The statement of belief that our scholarship donors provide teaches our student to trust in their story and see the power in their story.
So on December 10th, 2016, I became the first person in my family to graduate from college. And it was a very special day because it was the first graduation of mine that my mother was able to go to. Shortly afterwards, I found out that I was admitted to the University of Georgia School of Law. And it was a great day. I also found out that I was going to be the Stacey Godfrey Evans Scholarship recipient. For the first time in my life, I feel like I'm the one that is in control of how it turns out.
65% of our first generation college graduates in the first year class now get aid, that every veteran in the law school gets aid, that kids turn down Harvard and Columbia to come to a school that we think is a beacon of legal education in the 21st century. It's the individual stories of kids like Tyler that remind us of the individual impact of all of our efforts. That's what keeps us going to work every day. That's what keeps us wanting to go to work every day.
I've raised 2 brothers. I've lived in a camper. I've spent over 100 Sundays in a state prison. And now I'm in law school. But I wouldn't trade a moment of it, for anything, because it's made me who I am today, and it's going to make me a strong but compassionate attorney in the future.